Hi, it's me again. And wouldn't you know it, it has been almost a whole other year since my last upload. Have I done the things I set out to do? Did I reach my 2025 New Year's resolutions? No, absolutely not. And why is that, you ask? Well, life keeps happening. The world is burning and adulting is hard. But all jokes set aside, I just wanted to chime in with one more update before my next actual upload. So in my last update video, I talked a little bit about how things were going for me post layoff and pretty much the current state of the industry. And it was this video by Eric Calderon, a seasoned executive in the industry with decades of experience, that inspired this follow-up. Now, Eric goes on to discuss in his video not only the way that things are going in the industry with the advancement of AI, the scarcity of jobs, studios being reluctant to take on brand new original IP, but more than anything, artists having to now pretty much leave it up to themselves to make their projects happen rather than pitching their ideas to these major networks. And while things may seem really bleak right now, especially if maybe you're a recent graduate or somebody who's been trying to break in for a pretty long time, it can be really discouraging to see all of this happening. But as disappointing as all of this may seem, I do believe there's a little bit of a silver lining. In the last couple of years, we have seen this huge wave of indie animation, and not just any indie animation, projects that are really going the distance and succeeding in their own merit. Just in this last month, we got the premiere of the Knights of Guinevere pilot. We also heard news that Lackadaisy is now joining the Glitch Studio family as well. We've got season 2 of Has Been Hotel and many more projects to come. And another point that Eric makes in his video briefly touches a bit upon pitch Bibles. He also has a lot of videos on his channel about pitch Bibles and pitching, so if you want additional resources on that topic, you can go ahead and subscribe to his channel. He also just has a lot of great videos about the animation industry in general, so I'll link his video in the description down below, and be sure to subscribe to him too. On the topic of pitch Bibles, if you are a recent subscriber to my channel, you may have found me through my How to Make a Pitch Bible video. And as of right now, it is the most viewed video on my channel. And I wanted to kind of talk about that video as well. My intention behind that video was to help artists and creatives gather their thoughts and ideas into this all-encompassing document to serve more as like a blueprint to help you in the creation of your own story. If you made your pitch Bible and it's all nice and polished and you were to ask me, okay, so what's next? How do I take it to a studio and sell it? I would know how to answer that because I haven't done that myself. I know it involves having an agent or a manager to represent you and get you that meeting in the first place, but once again, haven't done that myself, so I wouldn't exactly be the best point of reference. But the main point that I wanted to reiterate is we're at a point in time where we can no longer depend on the support of a major studio to make our projects a reality. That is why it is so crucial, now more than ever, to support indie animation. Not just as a fan supporting another project to make sure that they come to fruition, but as an artist, you have to bet on yourself. Don't wait to catch a studio's attention. Don't wait to try to get that meeting or get that representation. Just take your story, take that idea that you're really passionate about, and just make it. Just put it out there. And I sound like a bit of a hypocrite right now because I'm not the best at taking my own advice. This is something that I definitely have been struggling with myself in the past couple of years. I want to tell my story more than anything, but the thing that has gotten in my way the most is being too much of a perfectionist about it. I have this mentality that's like, until it's like polished and perfect and really great, then I'll be ready to share it. And that's a very dangerous way of thinking. You can't put your thing out there if it doesn't exist. And I remember hearing this piece of advice: make it exist first, and then it can be good. Then you can polish it. Then you can make it better. So if you yourself are an artist and you want to be a showrunner or you want to publish your story, whatever medium it may be in, whether it's an animated pilot, a video game, a graphic novel, a comic, there are so many free and accessible ways to self-publish. Now, will you have the huge financial backing and the budget of a big studio behind you? No. Would things be easier if you did have those things? Yeah, of course. But unfortunately, right now, it's not looking like a lot of us are in any position to have that at our disposal. Now, there's two ways you can feel about this. You can either let it discourage you and say, boo hoo, I'll never make it. Or you can take this as a fuel to your fire and find that passion in you to make you all the more motivated, more than ever, to get your story out there and get it made. It's not going to be easy. You're probably going to have to juggle a day job that has nothing to do with animation, nothing to do with your field of study, that probably doesn't fulfill you. I've been there. I've definitely been there more than once. You might have to sacrifice a lot of your time having to work that day job just to pay your rent and your bills and survive, and only work on your passion project on the side in your spare time. You're not going to get paid to do it. You're not going to see any money come in for it for a very long time while it's being made. But in my humblest opinion, I feel like the payoff will be worth it in the end. So while I am trying to look at this from a realistic lens, I also don't want to entirely lose hope. No matter how difficult things may seem right now, don't lose that spark. Don't lose that motivation to tell your story, because if it's important to you, if it matters to you, it needs to be told. You will find that way to make it happen. It's going to be a very difficult uphill battle, but it will not be impossible. Something that really resonated with me and gave me some inspiration recently was Rebecca Sugar's most recent album, Lonely Magic, that was released a couple months ago. And there's this one particular song on the album called Love the Way It Feels. And man, not only did that song hit me in the honey nut felios, but it was also a very gentle reminder as to why, as artists, we create and what drives us to tell these stories, why they're important to us. It's that emotional connection that we have to our work. It's very human, it's very real, it's what connects us. And that is something that no AI, no robot could ever fully replicate. So if you're ever feeling doubtful, if you're ever questioning whether this career path is worth it, whether being an artist and pursuing your art is worth it, best believe that the answer is yes. It will always be yes. You are worth it. Your story is worth telling, and it should be told, and it should be shared with the world. And don't lose sight of that. I certainly am doing my best to hold it together and continue having that motivation to keep going. So that's all I wanted to say. Just share a little push of inspiration out there for any of you who are having any doubts about your art. Just remember, you're not in this alone. A lot of us are going through the same thing, and we are in this together. So I hope this serves as a tiny little bout of inspiration to help you keep going. You know, if you have that story you really want to tell, start writing it, start drawing it, just get it out there. I look forward to sharing my art and my work on my channel in the future, and I hope to see all kinds of cool stuff from you as well. Thank you all so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed to my channel already, please do. I promise I've got some cool stuff coming up that I'm really excited to share with you. And if you're still here despite my long hiatuses and you've stuck around, thank you so much for still being here. Your support means the world to me. I hope to see you all in the next video. Take care.